Coronavirus in the U.S. and more long-awaited good news. Half of U.S. adults are now fully vaccinated, and Moderna has announced that their vaccine is 100% effective for children 12 to 17 in trials. So will we soon have a second authorized vaccine for teenagers? Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
Tonight, a major milestone ahead of the Memorial Day weekend. More than half of U.S. adults are now fully vaccinated.
If you are not vaccinated, I want to encourage you to take this holiday weekend to give yourself and your family the gift of protection by getting vaccinated.
The country on track to reach the president's goal by July 4th, at least one dose for 70% of all adults.
All right, buddy, you ready?
And now adolescents could soon have the option of a second vaccine in addition to Pfizer. Moderna today reporting its trial results show the vaccine was 100% effective against COVID for 12 to 17-year-olds with no safety concerns. Texas ER doctor Denise Burgos enrolled her 15-year-old daughter, Anita, in the trial.
I have a lot of physician mom friends. We were constantly talking about this, and we all really made a push to find vaccine trials and to get our kids into them.
Anita doesn't know yet if she got the vaccine or a placebo, but says she did get a sore arm and a fever.
I was like, oh, I don't feel so good. And she's like, yes!
Since getting those shots, Anita's feeling just fine. Moderna plans to ask the FDA for the green light in early June. Tonight, across the country, a race to boost vaccinations by rewarding Americans who get the shot. Colorado, now the 6th state to announce a vaccine lottery.
That's right, you could win $1 million.
Eva Pilgrim joins us now. We've been talking about breakthrough infections. Of course, the COVID cases after someone is fully vaccinated, they are certainly rare, but it sounds like we have some new numbers out on that tonight.
Yeah, the CDC releasing new data on those numbers showing the breakthrough infection rate among fully vaccinated people just 0.01%. That means of the 101 million people that they followed, there were just over 10,000 breakthrough cases, and most of those had mild or no symptoms, Lindsay.
And the CDC director today had a holiday warning for those who haven't been vaccinated.
Yeah, the CDC director was very clear that if you have not been vaccinated, you are still at risk for COVID-19, and you should take all of those precautions that we have been saying for more than a year now. Wear your mask, social distance, and if you can, stay outside with your loved ones. Lindsay.
Eva Pilgrim, our thanks to you. Joining us now is Republican Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio. Governor, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
So, of course, your state is in an all-out push to make sure that people get vaccinated. And tomorrow the plan is to announce the winner of the $1 million vaccine lottery. Why did you decide that a lottery was necessary?
You know, our way out of this pandemic is clearly through the vaccine. And the more people we can get vaccinated, the faster we can get them vaccinated, the faster we're going to get completely out of this. And we were seeing, as a lot of the country was seeing, a real downturn in the number of people getting vaccinated. The people who had wanted it basically have gotten it. We had the Johnson & Johnson pulled off the market, and once that happened, it really slowed down and was going down in Ohio. So we just kind of scratched our heads to think, what can we do to increase the uptake? And came up with the idea of the lottery, wanted to get some excitement out there. And it's really gone better than I could have even ever imagined. A 45% increase in the number of people getting vaccinated. The group that we've seen the biggest increase in, it's interesting, is 16 and 17-year-olds, because we're offering not only $1 million for adults, but for those under 18, they have a chance at a 4-year scholarship at any of our great state universities in Ohio. And that's room, board, and tuition. So great deal of excitement there. We've seen among that group, 16 and 17-year-olds, a 94% increase in them getting the vaccination. And our rural areas, where sometimes we've seen a real problem in getting people vaccinated, those have increased dramatically. Our top 10 rural counties, for example, that have increased the vaccination after we put out this lottery, they've seen over 100% increase. So we're excited.
It sounds like a significant uptick. What's the total percentage of your state who've been vaccinated at this point?
Yeah, you know, we're, I think, at about, if you look at total population, we're at about 44%. We're obviously above 50 if you look at just at the adult population. So we've got a ways to go. I mean, we've done well. A lot of people have been vaccinated, but if we truly want to get back to normal, we've got to have more people get vaccinated.
Now, state lawmakers in Ohio have called this a frivolous use of taxpayer dollars and want to introduce legislation to block it. What's your response to that?
Well, I know that people have said, look, this is a waste of money. But the real waste is at this point in the pandemic, when we have a vaccine to save people's lives, that will save people's lives, the real waste is for somebody to die at this point in the pandemic. A death today is just senseless. And we know that the more people we get vaccinated and the quicker we get them vaccinated, the faster we can get back to normal and the more lives that we're going to save.
And similarly, I'd be curious what you would say to critics who say, look, this is pretty tone deaf, considering that there are so many countries around the world who don't have access yet, and here we are needing to incentivize our residents.
Well, look, my obligation is to the people of the state of Ohio. I think what the president has done with some excess vaccine and sending it to other countries, I think is fine. I think that we have an obligation to take care of our own people in this country, and it's not going to be too long until we've really driven this virus down. So the faster we can do that, I think the better it is for everyone.
And lastly, as Ohio begins to return to normal and schools reopen fully, what's your advice to parents who have children who are under the age of 12 who still don't have access to vaccines? Well, I believe, based on what I'm seeing, that by fall, they're going to have the opportunity to get their children vaccinated. That's what we hope. The trials are already going on now. And I would simply say to any parent, whether they have a teenager now who is eligible or whether in the future that child is eligible, go with the science. Talk to your own doctor. Listen to what they tell you. And the risk of getting the vaccine is so much less than the risk of not getting it and ending up getting the virus. The virus is still out there. It still spreads in Ohio. It still spreads across this country. So there's a danger out there. And we're really seeing, you see a big difference today between those Ohioans who are vaccinated, who can go about their business, who can enjoy life, who can enjoy their family, versus those who are not vaccinated, who still have a serious, serious risk whenever they do anything. Well, good luck to the lucky winner tomorrow. Governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you talking with us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.